Okay, hello, welcome to the storm update. It is around a little before 9:30, and we're going to take a look at the radar here because these storms are getting closer. Here's the line. It's in eastern Pennsylvania right now, and you can see it's just lit up with severe thunderstorm warnings all over. Literally, the whole line has severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect as this line is moving through, and very strong winds with these. So let's look at the weather and hazards map. As you know, severe thunderstorm watch is now in effect for a good part of New Jersey now. So New Jersey is now in a severe thunderstorm watch, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Ocean County included in that. Let's look at some of the current conditions. We have some these are the warnings out. So lots of stuff going on. Let's first start in our area first and look at some of the conditions outside, and we're going to use this instead. So Farmingdale, south wind gusting to 36. Let's look at this buoy here. This buoy, wind gust up to 42 miles an hour, 67 dew point 65. Let's take a look at this observation here. It says at Lakehurst, we have a south wind at 22, gusting to 33, temperature 71. It's always warmer in Jersey, dew point 69. So some really strong winds out there that are occurring, and this is right ahead of the front. Where in Reading, it's 77 degrees. We're talking 77 degrees and a dew point of 70. It's like normal conditions for August. South wind at 28, gusting to 37. Incredible. So you have all this humidity coming in. 76 at Lancaster Airport. South wind at 28, gusting to 39. And we already looked at Lancaster. 76 degrees. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable kind of conditions that we have. You can see all these warnings in effect. So let's see if we can get these warnings here to display. I mean, the warnings are up there, but let's see. All hazards and warning. Alright, that doesn't really say what these warnings are, but there's all kinds of colors here. Which again, if we look at the radar, you'll see. Let's take a closer look at this radar. Look at this line here. Yeah, we got flash flood warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, and look at the south part of this line, folks. We have tornado warnings now. Tornado warnings in Virginia. So this is very unusual for this time of the year. Extremely unusual. Very strong front moving through that we are tracking right now. An extremely strong front that we are tracking across this, and this is again going into Pennsylvania now. All right. Let's look at the Wonder Map here, and we'll look at some of the observations. Ooh, we got a scary-looking observation out of Stamford. Let's look at this. Pear Tree Point, 68 degrees. South winds 33 miles an hour. Sustained, 68 degrees. Highlands, 70 degrees, dew point 69. Southeast wind at 18, gusting to 22. Oh boy. So this is crazy. This is insanity. This is insanity. I've never seen a storm like this for Halloween. I mean, we've had some storms on Halloween, but not this warm and not such strong winds. 71, dew point 68. West-south wind gusts to 17. Let's see this Southampton. Shinnecock Inlet, 67. Dew point 65. Southeast wind at 24, gusting to 34. Man, let's look at Block Island here. This one looks really bad. 66. South winds gusting to 37. Fair Harbor Fire Department gusts up to 35. 70 degrees, even right on the water. 67 at Jones Beach. South-south winds gusting to south-southwest winds gusting to 37. Pine Barrens weather in Warren Grove. So here's the Pine Barrens weather in New Jersey. 69, dew point 69. Southwest wind 21, gusting to 32. So this is what we have heading our way. And like I said, just look at all this warm air. You can clearly see the front. There it is. So if we switch this over to dew point, you can look at some of these dew points here. And again, it's near 70 degrees in Jersey. and we're dealing with dew points in the mid-60s. So very humid out there. Very unusual, very weird weather. Let's go over to Ventu Sky, and we'll take a look at this. You clearly see there's the front right there. There it is. There it is. Let's see the wind gusts. So some wind gusts reported in the 60s now over here in the mountains. Look at that. We have some 70-mile-an-hour gusts if you go further down here. 76-mile-an-hour gusts here it's estimating. This is the line right here. So this is what we have to look forward to. We've gusts in the 50s now over New Jersey. That's going to be moving our way shortly. So this is going to be moving our way shortly. Looking at the radar, here's that line. Man, look at this line. So Washington and Baltimore are about to get clocked by this line right here. And so is Allentown. So, and let's look at the waves here. So we have 8-footers, 9-footers off the South Shore. Temperature. Let's look at the humidity. Right here, I'm using all these tools here. We're not looking at any models because we don't need to. We're just kind of like nowcasting. Look at the dew points here. 60s. It's crazy. And here's that. Look at that sharp cutoff right there. See, dew points are already dropping in central Pennsylvania. So we're going to start feeling that after midnight. Let's go to windy.com. Look at windy.com. This is looking at wind speeds right now. So it's estimating stronger winds over Long Island and not such strong winds over Jersey. I don't know. It seems to be a little messed up. Let's go wind gusts. All right, 43, 49. The stronger wind gusts are in yeah, over here. Yeah, let's go over here. This is where some of these stronger wind gusts are. Altoona, 63, 64. So if I move this along, move to around midnight here, you'll see what's going to happen. These stronger wind gusts start moving our way. 56. And this is what's concerning. Between 1 and 3, look at what happens. It just like pops a lot of wind over our area. 78, 77 miles an hour. This is pretty crazy. This is definitely not something that's normal at all whatsoever. At all. Look at the rain. It'll probably be accompanied with the squall line right here that will be coming through. So that's a bit of a concern. This is the windy website. I will go look at the models. I will, because we need to look at them. I want to see the short range models. We're just going to look at the short range models and as far as the winds go. So wind, we're going to look at the NAM model, highest resolution model. So I want to see when that front, yeah, this is when the front moves through. So right around this time, a little after midnight, it has us sustained winds in the 20s and 30s, perhaps. So we could see gusts. Unfortunately, this doesn't do gusts. I wish it did do gusts. It doesn't. But this is what the gusts can get up to. If we look at the HRRR model, which is the other short range model, let's see what we got here. Has a sustaining right there. You see that red? That's winds in the 40s, mostly confined to offshore. But I'm saying a gust up to 70 miles an hour is not out of the question. It is not out of the question at all. Let me look at Ventu Sky. Go to wind gusts, and we'll change this to 2300. So look at this. Yeah, here's your line. You have 50, 57. So if I change it to November, all right, so here we go, 54, around that 1 o'clock time frame, and it moves through 54. These are wind gusts. Go 2 a.m. Yes, see what happens? It actually intensifies. So we may see the winds pick up as they head east. So we got gusts to 60. Look at this. So this, yeah, here's a couple of 70-mile-an-hour gusts here. So this is what we're going to be dealing with after midnight. It's going to be a wild night across the area, wild night. And like I said, it's just getting started. Let's look at the power outage situation. Right now, nothing too bad. Only almost 3,000 outages, 3,000 people without power right now. And let's see where most of those outages are. Probably on the North Shore. Yeah, there's one in Mannahaven. That's probably accounting for most of these outages. It's 1,100 out over there. Let's look at JCP&L. JCP&L has 1,609 customers out, so it's not too bad. But these numbers are going to rise, and right now, no major problems on the railroad, but I expect all this to change. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be rough getting out there. I'm telling you, there's going to be problems on the main line. I can almost guarantee there's going to be problems somewhere. Main line is most likely going to be impacted. Well, the pretty little Babylon branch seems to get away with not getting hit too hard. Anyway, one more look at the radar here at this just ominous-looking front that's going to be approaching. And I'm thinking it's going to be approaching, like I said, right around midnight. I know it has the strongest winds around 2, 3 a.m. I think it might be a little earlier than that. So we'll keep an eye on this front as it approaches the area. Again, it's a wild night. At least the kids did get a chance to trick-or-treat. But now it's time to really not be outside if you're trick-or-treating, especially if you're a kid. If you are a storm chaser, maybe you do want to be out there. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on this as long as I can on this wild, scary Halloween night, courtesy of Mother Nature. And one more thing to show you, actually, is this, the satellite. Almost forgot. Look at this defined line here, right there. There it is. You can see that bright white. Look at all that convection. So very defined front that is approaching our area. And at this rate, I think it's going to be impacting us around midnight or maybe even before midnight, depending on where you are. So I'll keep you posted as long as I can on this storm. Obviously, if the power becomes unstable, I won't be able to. But as long as I can do it, I will. Again, things are going to deteriorate rapidly in the next 3 hours or so.